So today we are going to present time and attendance module of Matrix Cossack application. Matrix Cossack application is a web-based application loaded with the different modules in it, and we are going to see the time and attendance module of it today. In today's session, we are going to see how flexible it is to manage the user in Matrix application, managing their shift and schedule, managing their overtime, and the reporting of the same. Okay. So once we log in inside the application, so we can see the different modules. And the first module which we have is an admin module. Through admin module, we can create different system account in the system with the different roles and rights. Like we can set a different role for IT, HR, or admin or timekeeper in the application with a different privilege of adding any new entries or editing or deleting, or only the view access can be defined in the system, and accordingly the accesses can be issued. On top of it, the application also provides a real-time notification over email, SMS, and WhatsApp channels. So these notification can be in terms of device connectivity. Whenever a device is getting offline, so the related IT person can be notified. And in terms of attendance, whenever a user is getting late or not punching on time, so his manager can be notified, or the user himself can be notified over the email, SMS, or WhatsApp channels. On top of it, we do have a report scheduler mechanism in our application where we can define a report which needs to be sent to a HOD or to a HR or to any designated person on the regular interval, like daily, monthly, weekly. It can be scheduled, and system will take care of sending those report on those interval regularly. So moving forward, for the next module which we have in the application is the users module. We have very flexible ways of creating and maintaining the users in the application. Okay, one way is by directly adding the user from the system itself. You can add the user ID and user name of the user. Mandatory fields are user ID and username. Moving forward, we can even maintain the user's general information like date of birth, their joining date, their confirmation date, and it comes with the 10 flexible uh, fields available which can be customized as and when required. Okay, we can even maintain their personal and contact information. On the same contact information, the system will send the email or SMS notifications. Okay, so this is the way where you can add the user manually in the system. The other provisions which we have is the bulk upload. What you can do, like we can create the user's master data in Excel, in the matrix provided Excel format, and it can be uploaded back in the system for doing the bulk upload of the users. If you have 200, 300 users and you want to upload those user data in a single go, so it can be easily uploaded back in the system. And the third way is by integrating the system with the third party application like SAP, Active Directory, or any ERP system or any third party databases. We can integrate our application. We do have readily available APIs to do so, or it can be done with the database to database integrate function. So in such scenario, what happens, like whenever a new user is added in this app or new user added in the ERP application, so that will be automatically updated in our application also. So user who is going to manage this application or HR, they don't have to do the double work by creating the user in SAP or ERP application, then again creating the same user information here in the system. In the same way, whenever a employee is being terminated or resigning from the organization, so when you are making him inactive, and when you are making him terminate, when you are doing the termination of the same employee in the SAP, so it will make the user inactive in matrix application also. So all his accesses for the devices and all will be blocked, but his attendance data and his complete user data will be as it is available in the system for the future references. Okay, once the user is created, next option is for enrolling the user, like enrolling it their credential in the system. For there also we have very flexible ways available for doing the user credential enrollment. One way, from the display of the matrix terminal, we can do the enrollment, and the second way is by enrolling by sending the enrollment command from the application. So that is also very flexible way, like we can just go for the enrollment command and we can see on which particular device this user we are going to enroll. We can select the user and we can select the enrollment type, whether we are going to enroll the face part or fingerprint. We can just select the credential and we can send the enrollment function. So what will happen on the device side? If it is a face recognition enrollment, so you just have to stand in front of the device when you are sending a command, and device will read their face and enrollment will happen. And if it is a fingerprint, they can place the finger and like their finger will get enrolled. The third way of enrolling the face recognition in the Matrix application is by directly uploading a clear passport size photo of the user in the application. So what we can do, like in the user profile, we have an option of face recognition module. Okay, inside this module, there is an option through which we can upload a clear passport size photo of the user, and the enrollment can be done. So these are the different ways of managing the user inside the application. Okay, so moving forward, we have a next module is a device module where we can add and maintain different devices, and we can see the real-time status of those devices as well, like how many of them are connected, disconnected, can be done. Moreover to it, we do have a real-time notification if any of the devices getting disconnected, so the IT person can be informed accordingly. The next module in the application related to time and attendance is the shift and schedule module, where we can configure and define different types of shifts in the application. Whether it is your straight shift, flexible shift, day night shift, all the different sort of shifts can be created with the different grace timings and break details. It can be defined. Once the shifts are there, we can even create different schedules accordingly. Whether you have a rotational schedule or fixed schedule, those schedules can be defined in the system. We can define like if some organization who are following the rotational schedule, like employees will work for a week in an evening shift, then a night shift, then a morning shift, or if they have a rotational pattern of 15 days or 13 days whatsoever, it can be defined in the system and can be assigned to multiple users accordingly. On top of it, we can even define the holiday schedules in the application, like whatever holidays are coming are there for the organization, whether it is our national holidays or Eid holidays whatsoever, it can be well defined in the application. So users attendance will be marked accordingly, and whenever users are working on such holidays, their overtime can be recorded and forwarded to the payroll, like for the payroll purposes. So the next option in the application related to shift and schedule is manage shift, through which we can upload the shift roster through an Excel in the application. So it gives the flexibility for a end user to manage the employee shift very easily. If they have rostering plan where they are deciding the shift of the users on the weekly basis or monthly basis or every 15 days, so it can be easily managed in the Excel, in the form of Excel, and can be uploaded back in the system. Okay. So the next module which we have is an enterprise structure, where we can define the complete hierarchy of the organization, like how many organizations are coming inside the company, how many department locations, all these things can be defined. On top of it, we can even associate the policies on the basis of those hierarchy. Like if you want to have a restriction in the system, like so if particular departments are eligible for overtime and particular departments are not, so we can bound this configuration, or we can bound these policies to that particular department. So whenever an HR or through any integrate medium also, if the user is being added into the that particular department, so the overtime calculation will be enabled or disabled as per the policies. So the enterprise structure can be categorized into different hierarchy. So the enterprise structure is further divided into organization, branches, department, designation, and managers. All these things can be defined, and user can be bifurcated on the basis of that. So once the admin or HR is looking to have a report, so that this will help them to get the filtered data as well. To use this hierarchy as a filtration while generating the report. Okay. So the next module related to time and attendance is time and attendance module, where we can define the different attendance, absenteeism, overtime, late in, and early out policies. Okay. Based on the users, we can create, based on the group of users or based on the users, we can create multiple different attendance or absenteeism or overtime policies, and can be assigned to those users or those particular group of users by group association as well. Okay. Matrix application does also support a mobile application, which gives the flexibility to all the employees for monitoring their attendance in case of any like exception, where they forgot to mark the punch, or where they want to request for an excuse, that can be easily done from the mobile application itself. Okay. On top of it, matrix application has more than 150 application like inbuilt a report in the application, which can be generated in different formats of like excel, pdf, or word, as and when required. Okay. So I'll show you the basic attendance reports, which cover majority of the attendance related information within the application. So these reports can be generated on the basis of a date and time selection for which particular duration we are looking to generate. We can select that duration, and in what type of grouping. If we are looking to have some sort of groups by department, by organization, can be assigned in the application, and reports can be generated accordingly. So this is one of the report of the attendance, which covers all the details regarding the user's attendance. On the basis of the shift assigned, system is calculating their first punch and last punch, and it will auto generate the status of the user's attendance, whether he is absent, present. Even it can generate the lateness and earliness also. And the report can be generated into multiple formats, like if I want to export the report in pdf, I'll just select the pdf and the report will be downloaded, so we can have the complete report view. So this report consists of the shift, in which particular shift the user is working, their first punch, their last punch of the attendance, and how much hour the user have worked. Okay. Whenever there's an overtime done by the user, in this particular report they have set the policy, wherever user is doing more than 9 hours, so it should be considered as overtime, so that is reflecting. Whenever user is going early, that is also being captured on the basis of the shift. And in case of public holidays also, it is reflecting as a ph. In summary, it will provide you the summary of total earliness, total late in, overtime, and total working hours as well. So there are multiple reports available in the system for where we can generate the report in the different formats and different layout, and can be exported also in the different formats as well. On top of the 150 built-in reports, we do have report builder utility, through which anyone can define or create their own report with the own format and template with the available database in the application. We can use our own logics to generate the different reports in the application. So the last module related to time and attendance module is the leave management module, where we can configure different type of leaves available in the organization. This leave can be managed completely in our application by assigning the user uh, related balances. This leave can be managed in the application by assigning manual balances to the user for their opening balances, and so on. Users can apply for the leave, and can happen. And even though we have a auto balance credit scheduler as well available in the system, where organizations are crediting every year or monthly basis leave balances to the users, it can also be done. If the client is already using some sort of ERP or HR application for managing the leave, so our application can be integrated with that. So all the leaves detail which are available in the approved leave, which is available in ERP or HR application, can be replicated here in the matrix application as well. So whenever a user is like HR or admin is generating the attendance report or exception report, so they will have the proper data available. So this is the overall view of matrix application, time and attendance application. Thank you.